What is up, guys? Today we are going to take a look at how you need to get a good Battlefury timing when your lane is Giga bad. This will be not super Ursa specific, but you know, I'm playing Ursa. So this lane does not go well. We will fast forward through the lane a little bit because, I get kicked out. They have a Marcy LC. I have a CM. I am not super familiar with how this matchup goes from the Ursa side. I feel like I play a lot of LC, and with them having the Marcy, I felt like I was a little afraid of them. Like, Ursa's pretty weak early, so I didn't feel like I was super strong. I was focused a lot on CS. Like, I was CSing good in the beginning, and then eventually they kind of start, like, being aggressive on the CM, and I'm like not full HP, and I feel like I have a hard time. As you can see, I just lost all my HP to this LC who attacked me 3 times at level 2. So I definitely didn't like play this lane perfectly. But for whatever reason, you will have bad lanes sometimes, and it's important to understand what you need to do to still get a good Battlefury timing, because what I see from lower MMRs, people like Coach, or just read on Reddit or whatever. Here I died chasing Marcy. Is they have a bad lane, and then their Battlefury is like 18 minutes, and that's like too slow. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a bad lane, that's too slow. So this game, I have a very bad lane. And I still get like a 14-minute Battlefury while being like run around the map and like ganked. So it's really just about, I think, understanding as close as possible when you need to leave your lane, understanding when you can leave your lane, and then itemizing and skill building appropriately. So rushing the Ring of Health, that was my thought going into this lane. I started the stick. I knew they cast spells. I had the raindrop queued up because LC's Q is like really annoying. I was like, well, if I can get a Ring of Health and a raindrop, like maybe I'll be okay. And I don't know. I kind of just like, they just go on me and do all my health and damage. And here my CM was like telling me to go on the Marcy when I had like no HP, and the Marcy was full HP, and I like didn't understand what he was talking about. So, like, your supports will, like, have different ideas of what needs to happen than you. I was like, I'm not strong enough to, like, fight them. As you can see, they're, like, going on me some more. I die. Again. Second death. My CS isn't too bad. Also, I will say we won this game, and it's because my Meepo completely popped off and carried, but that will not be too relevant to the point of this video, which is getting this Battlefury at a decent timing, even though your own game is trash. And yeah, if you lose all 3 lanes, like, you're gonna have like literally nowhere to go, and that's life. You're probably not gonna win that game. But even then, you could like still jungle or whatever. Their Marcy like ganked mid and then died. So the Marcy's not here, but then their PA shows up. Their PA, I guess, is also having a bad lane. So I die again. This is a game where, to me, I was like, oh, it's kind of gonna be a battle between me and PA. We're both having awful games as the PA like dies here to the Meepo of like who's gonna get their Battlefury first, right? So this is the portion of the game where we're gonna start. I'm level 4. It's 6 minutes. I'm level 4. I've been kicked out of lane. So items. Had the stick from earlier. I bought this raindrop. Ended up not being useful because I just could not lane. I wish I hadn't bought it. Waste of gold. Slowed down my Battlefury by 200 gold. So don't buy that. Had these tangos left over. The slippers were starting items. So I basically just bought the Ring of Health and the boots. And we were just going to rush straight Battlefury. Ursa, you should just go Battlefury straight up after boots. Or even before boots sometimes. I think boots are still useful though. The way that the Fury swipes works and like all the regen sustain you have is the treads or the phase boots or whatever does not increase your farming speed that much. Versus like if you're like a anti-mage, like having the I think like having the treads increases your farm speed a lot. But with Ursa you have the overpower and you have the fury swipes. You kind of have the built-in farming. So I came to an empty lane. My tide said I could have the lane, so I came here and I'm just farming it up, focusing on CS. This PA shows up, and sometimes this will happen where like you're against the other weak guy. So I go for a pull here, which is going to secure me some free CS, and go for the last hit under the tower, get it quick with the overpower. And I'm just focused on the CS here. I'm trying to like be annoying to this PA, because if you're just in a 1v1 situation with their carry and you can be annoying to them, it's like very efficient. But unfortunately, they bring 2 heroes, and I die again. We're 0-4. But, you know, my Amiibo shows up and kills them all. It's like, whatever. The PA's dying, too. But even if this hadn't happened, right, what do? I go to the open lane, and I immediately farm it. And you might think this is psycho. Like, I'm a level 5 Ursa farming under their mid-tier 1. But, like, I see their LC top, and I know they just lost a bunch of heroes bottom. So, this is very aggressive, but it's, like, aggressive because I know that I can get away with this. So I farm that wave super fast under their tower, and then I get out of here and jungle. And this next rotation you guys need to be able to do is rotating back and forth between one jungle camp and the mid wave. So their PA is now mid. Notice me and PA end up in the same lane again. He's trying to do the same thing I'm doing, right? Like, just stay away from everybody else in the enemy team. So this rotation is clear the mid wave, farm a camp, or if you have time, if you can do it fast enough, you farm multiple camps. But like this early in the game, usually you can farm like one camp, and then you go back, and then go back to the mid lane and farm it again, and like hope you don't die while you're doing it. And you have to kind of be safe while you're doing it. I still see the LC who's like having the best game on their team by far. So as long as I see the LC, like the only thing that can kill me is like all their like the entire rest of their team like showing up, which they did do bottom. I see their team top now. I see my team reacting. So I'm doing another camp while the PA's farming the wave. And then after this camp, I go back to the mid wave. And notice this timing is kind of working up. I did miss the one creep under tower, but I'm getting a camp and I'm getting this mid wave farm. And this is like a simple rotation that you should be doing to like dodge them. And it's very efficient. It's like as efficient as you can be without just sitting in a free farm lane. It's actually more efficient than sitting in a free farm lane, because I'm getting most of the lane creeps every wave, and I'm getting a jungle camp in between. So you can see I've done this simple rotation back and forth. You can do this bottom. You can do this between the big camp and here. You can do it top between the big camp or a medium camp. It's switching between the lane where you're somewhat safe and the jungle. And you clear the one wave that's like pushed in, because they've pushed it in usually. Even if nobody's showing up for them, if you come and clear the wave and then it shoves into their tower, you have time. At this point, as their next wave comes and then is slowed down, you have time to like go clear this camp and walk back. And that wave that was under their tower and slowed down will like either be heading into your tower or will be like kind of stuck right here. You might miss a creep from the wave depending on the timing. The faster you can push this wave out, like the more efficient it will be. Like the faster you'll be able to get back to your own wave. And so here I finally stopped this rotation, but you can see I've got my broadsword. I'm going straight Battlefury, and I'm putting max Fury swipes and then going back for overpower. You can even skip your ult here. This is for like if you think you're going to get ganked and are going to need to survive. But if you want max farm, you even skip your ult and you go max Fury swipes and then start maxing overpower, basically. And you can see I'm not stopping for any other items on the way. I'm going straight Battlefury. I got out of dodge mid because they had all died top and they were respawning, so I knew I didn't want to hang around there. So I decided to walk bottom, thinking that, you know, if they all come down here, like, so be it. My team will, like, fight them mid. And I see they're all mid, so I get a free tower off of this. The tower had, like, 5 HP. But you can see, even though I had a crap lane and got kicked out of lane, I stayed away from where their team was and did this efficient farm into the jungle rotation. You know, their LC's having a good game, but my Meepo is like completely dominating. You can see my CS is like the highest in the game by far. Their PA was not able to do what I did quite as well. Ursa's a little bit better for this recovery than the PA. PA is like really hard to recover. Ursa's like decent. But you can see my Battlefury. I just bought it and I just got it. It's 14 minutes. So this is what I wanted to show you. Yes, my Meepo is like running around making space. What is he right now? He's like he's 16-1 already. Like, but even if your Meepo, even if your mid isn't like popping off, right? They're presumably doing something. Even if they're not having a good game, they're still like doing stuff, making space. So this is just about finding the space. I'm not going to go into any more of this game at all. I just wanted to show you the techniques you need to use to get a fast Battlefury when you have a hard lane. And with this 14-minute Battlefury, right, I am 0-4-2. I am basically like have just fed, right? I've had no impact so far. But with this 14-minute Battlefury, I'm going to be able to have impact on this game. If it was closer and I needed to. This Meepo like ends up like 35-4. But I end up having a game. I have a game. And if you're having a hard lane like I did and getting kicked out at level 4, and then you're having an 18, 19, 20-minute Battlefury, you're not going to have impact. So this is the farming rotation and ideas you need for how to get the Battlefury timing that you need to like have impact, even in these games where your lane is like impossible. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, sub to the channel. And if you want to be coached by me, check the link in the video description. You can join my Discord there, and there's all the information there on how to sign up.